Hello, welcome to the Chit Chat Knits podcast. My name is Darcy, and I'm here today to talk about, let's talk summer, let's talk knitting, maybe a little bit of crochet, and just some fun stuff that's been going on around here. How are you? It's been, I'm not sure, at least a couple weeks. I don't know how time goes by so fast. I don't know. Are you like me? And it just flies by. But we've had some really fun things going on. It was Memorial Weekend, and our family has a cabin on woods, a private lake on woods, about 40 miles from our house. So it's a great gathering spot. My sister and brother-in-law are wonderful hosts. They are just amazing. And so they hosted us all there for Memorial Weekend. Our kids came, and it was just a really, really fun weekend. It was rainy and cool, and there were a lot of mosquitoes. If you're new here, I live in western Wisconsin, and early summer brings mosquitoes, especially when you're in a wooded, wet area. And I am sort of a mosquito, I'm like a banquet buffet for mosquitoes. My husband, they don't bother at all. But maybe it's because I always go out the door first. I don't know. Anyway, some of us are just, the mosquitoes just love. My friend says it's because we have A positive blood. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, I'm a mosquito banquet. But anyway, that aside, we had family time. And then last week I had a great time with friends. I got to go see Beautiful, which is the Carole King story, at a place called Chanhassen Dinner Theater. I went with some friends, and it was fabulous. Oh my gosh. The acting and the music was beyond incredible. Let's just put it that way. It was beyond incredible. And then spent the weekend with a friend, and we went out to music a couple times, and it's just been really great. So here it is, the beginning of June, and I'm calling this episode, what did I call it? Summertime, something about summertime knitting celebration, because we're going to talk about some things that I'm excited about, and I hope you will join along too. So it's, first of all, on another personal note, it is my birthday this week, and I bought myself a birthday present this past weekend. Actually, I bought it. It's from my husband, but I bought it anyway. He's very supportive of my music instrument collection. So now you know it's a music instrument. Since I started playing ukulele almost 2 years ago, I have wanted a bass ukulele, and because I have wanted to learn. I really love to play upright string bass, but they're very big. They're very big, but we'll see. Are there any bass players out there? Anyway, maybe it's just crazy old lady ideas of things to do, but my husband and I really have loved doing music. He plays the mandolin, and I play a few instruments, and we just really have fun, just at home. Sometimes we go to open music nights with other friends, but we just love learning music. So it's another fun thing we've been doing in our retirement. Anyway, this is not a podcast about music, but it is a podcast about knitting. So let's get into it. All right, we're going to start with some finished objects. So I mentioned to you that I was at the family cabin and the weather was not good. It was rainy and cool, so we were pretty much inside, and the mosquitoes. So we were pretty much inside, and my friend Carla, my wonderful friend that I've met because of her podcast, which is carla+knits+, it'll be linked, was hosting a weekend hat, just an informal knit along or make along, making hats. And I just had to join in. So I made a hat. Now, I bought this yarn the last time I was in Madison, Wisconsin, visiting my son. I went to a really great yarn shop there. I'll maybe add a couple pictures in here because it's a really great, okay, two things. You know I love music, you know I love a lot of stuff, but coffee. I am a coffee drinker. And so the Sausier is in Verona, Wisconsin. I did take some pictures. Maybe I'll add them to the end or the beginning of the video. Anyway, it's a coffee shop and yarn shop. And it's in an old house, like a Victorian house that is gorgeous, a lot of woodwork and beautiful, just really interesting house in a very cute little downtown called Verona, Wisconsin. But anyway, I picked up this yarn, and unfortunately it doesn't really show the pattern very well. But you know what? That's okay. Here's the yarn. What I had left, I used 53 grams, and it's Madeline Tosh. It's called Farm Twist. Madeline Tosh Farm Twist. And it's a 2-ply merino yarn. So it is very, very soft. And can you see it has a little bit of texture? I loved the texture. It's a super wash merino. It knit up beautifully. It's 225 yards in 100 grams. So that would be at the top, the low end. Wait, let me get this right. That would be at the top end of DK. I don't know if I'm saying that right. DK worsted, light worsted, DK. Okay, just make it simple. Anyway, okay, here was my inspiration. And beautiful, I love the way it knit. I probably should have used a solid yarn to show the texture in the knitting. But the colors, I really felt like reminded me of dandelions. And that was my inspiration for this design, dandelions. Now, here, I'll put it on, but not long because it's getting warm today. Anyway, so there it is. You can see there's some little mini bobbles, very easy to make, very easy. Don't stress about bobbles. You don't have to turn with these bobbles. Anyway, so I was inspired by dandelions, and let me tell you why. I know that most people don't want dandelions in their yard. They do take over the grass, and that's not a good thing. But as a mama, a Grammy, and as a teacher, I know that dandelions are a gift that children can give. My grandchildren have done it recently, and my students would come in from the playground with a little bouquet of dandelions that they had picked. And it was a gift that they could give that they did themselves. They didn't have their parents buy it to give the teacher. They gave it and they did it themselves. And they would be so proud of their dandelion bouquet gift. And so I always honored that. I kept little vases so I could put the dandelions in the vase and just cherished them as long as they lived. You know, they don't live very long. But I think dandelions are special because, and I think they're pretty. When you see a field of dandelions, I think they're beautiful. But children can give them of their own doing. And so to me, dandelions are very special. So I will reknit this in a yarn that shows the pattern more. You could, oh, let me get it up close here. You can see here that I did a little dandelion stitch and then some bobbles. So to me, the little dandelion stitch was like, you know how the dandelion, when it turns white, and when you were a kid, you would blow on it and the little seeds would fly all over. I know people don't want those in their yard, but you have to look at the magic here. And then to me, these little bobble stitches, again, very easy to execute, remind me of the dandelion flowers. So this was sort of a swatching exercise that I got, I think, what is a really cute hat out of it. And I'll probably just put this away. And then at Christmas time, it'll be a gift in the gift drawer. So it's not really my color, but it'll be somebody's color. And I think I have enough left to make a little pair of fingerless mitts to go with it. So I'll probably do that too. Get inspired someday and just knit up a quick little pair of fingerless mitts. Might have to add another yarn to it just to make them long enough. But anyway, FO1. All right, then finished object number 2 is a half object. And this has had me absolutely wanting to knit on anything else the last few days. So I wanted to make, here they are, cute little shorty socks. Aren't they fun? Here's my, oh, let me show it this way because this shows my, see, I have a little imprint of Chit-Chat-Knits on there. Anyway, so I wanted to make some shorty socks. The light is getting really bad in here. I'm really sorry. Anyway, shorty socks. Because now, like today, it's very, very humid. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous summer day, but the humidity is high. We've had on and off rain the last few days, and so it's pretty steamy. So the air conditioning will be on, and that means my feet will be chilly. So I wanted some nice, sock yarn, shorty socks to wear around the house this summer. So I used this trellis stitch. Isn't that a pretty stitch? And the yarn, okay, same song, second verse. You've heard it before. I can't find the ball band because I'm very disorganized that way. So I'm sorry. It is a yarn I bought at a yarn shop several years ago. Was going to knit something else. In the process, lost the ball band, and here we are. So anyway, I know that it has a strand of mohair in it, and it's been a little splitty and a little fuzzy. And so there's sock 1, here's sock 2. I have maybe one, it's a 12 round repeat. So I think I have maybe one more repeat, and then I'll be on to the toe, and then these will be done. While I'm uploading today, I'm sure I will finish them when I upload. I was just playing around too. Okay, I know there are a lot of different ways to knit socks, and there's a lot of us who have our favorites, but I always seem to go back to top down, heel flap, and gusset. I guess it fits me very well. I like knitting it. You know, I don't find it fussy. It's just my preference. And I suppose as a designer, I should branch out more, but this is what I like. But I was playing around. I don't know if you can see. Can you see that I did a little twist stitch? Ooh, it's hard to see. A little twist right on the edge of my heel flap. And it just, I think it's kind of pretty. Again, a solid yarn will show that better. So the next pair I will do solid, in a solid. I also think I want to try to extend the heel flap a little bit longer. Just make a, you know, I usually do, for me, 64 stitch, 32 row heel flap. But I'm gonna go a little bit longer this next time, and then I'll have more gusset stitches to pick up. But what I think would be nice when the socks are this short is to have them come up a little bit higher in the back so that they're not, you know, slipping down the heel. So I'm gonna mess around with that a little bit on the next pair and see how that goes. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. The other thing, you know, with more gusset stitches, it may make it a little bit bigger around, which would also be a good thing because this texture is slipping stitches. Can we see that? Light is weird today. And when you slip those stitches, it'll tend to pull. Anytime you slip stitches, it's going to pull it in a little bit. So some people find that if you knit tight, you will probably need to go up a needle size if you're slipping stitches. So just adding a few, having a little bit more stitches in the gusset will probably help with, or just work really well with the nature of the stitches on the top. And I think it's really, really pretty. I like that stitch. And I'm going to call these my Katie socks because the name Katie means pure. And I have found these socks a pure joy to knit. And I think they're going to be a pure joy to wear too. So Katie socks, I'm going to work on that pattern. I really like them. I think they're cute. Okay, so the Katie socks, let me show you some yarn that I want to knit the next pair in. This was in my mailbox yesterday, and I love it. This is from Melissa Bellafio Yarn. You know I love her yarn. She does such a beautiful job. And this one is called Blue Lagoon. And you know I like blue. This is definitely my color blue right here. Isn't that gorgeous? So this, well, I guess you would call this a tonal. It's not solid. It's, you probably can't see down there. Maybe you can see it's got a little tonal to it. But then I dug in my mini skeins, and look what I found to go with it. Look at that red. To me, this is definitely summer right here. And I'm kind of excited to see what this little speckle does, because I was thinking on these that it would be fun to kind of change it up and do a solid with a speckled ribbing and speckled toe. So that's, ooh. Do you know how much I want to just stop right now, go wind this yarn and cast it on right now? But I won't. I will finish this video. I will finish this sock. I will have self-control. You heard it here. Anyway, isn't that pretty? Summer socks. Okay, and this leads me, I have more yarn to show you later, But this leads me to summer sock camp. The Crazy Sock Lady has her summer sock camp. If you've never heard of it before, you can go to the Crazy Sock Lady podcast. And she also has a Ravelry group, and she's been doing this a long time. So most of you probably know about this. If you don't, look her up, send me a message. I'd be love to help you out. And it's just about knitting socks in the summer. Socks make a great summer knit, in my opinion, because they're small, they're portable. You can carry them along with you. If you fill up your gift drawer with socks, you'll be ready for Christmas. So another note, there are a lot of, I hear on other podcasts that there are make-alongs, holiday make-alongs coming in July, so you could be ready for those. Anyway, summer sock camp, I am privileged to be able to give some patterns to Kay's make-along for prize winners, because she does do prizes for her make-along. And I also thought in our Ravelry group, this is not sponsored by Crazy Sock Lady. This is just something in Chit-Chat-Knits Ravelry group. I thought it would be fun for us to open a camping cabin of our own and knit. If you're knitting socks for summer sock camp, why not post your pictures there too? And hopefully I can get some prizes out as we go along through the summer. So our cabin, it's a thread in our Ravelry group, and it's called the Happy Days Cabin. And I made a little graphic, which I'll put in here, Happy Days Cabin, D-A-Z-E. And I would just love it if you would just post your finished sock pictures in there. And we can see how many pair of socks we can make this summer. So I think there's already 2 finished pair in there. The last I checked yesterday, there were 2 pair. I just posted it, and there's 2 pair up. So will you please just add your pictures? It'll be fun. And like I said, I love sending out some prizes, so maybe I can get some prizes together and just occasionally draw a winner. So I hope you'll join along with that. Now, another thing. I said that I was giving some prizes, 2K for the summer sock camp. And I have also put all of my sock patterns on sale, 50% off through August 31st. So if you just are interested, you can just use the code SSC24. Let's put it right here, SSC24 on Ravelry in my pattern shop, and just take 50% off a pattern. It's as simple as that. I am asking you to use the code SSC24, but I hope you will jump in and do that. Okay, then I had another idea that I thought would be fun. And since I love summer, let's celebrate. I thought, okay, my birthday and summer sock camp. I thought I would sew up a little bag, and we'll draw a winner. I'm not going to use that G word because we don't want any bots, but I will draw a winner and announce that I'm planning to cast again next week. So in a week, and someone who comments on here will win this little sock bag that I sewed. I used some fabric. I wanted to use some fabric that looked summery and maybe a little 4th of July inspired. So I used this fabric. The inside has just some blue hearts in it. on it. If you would be interested, please leave a comment. How about if you tell me what your favorite summer make is? What do you love knitting in the summer? Or doesn't even have to be knitting or crocheting. Maybe you love canning. Maybe you love gardening. Whatever you love to do that is crafty, makey, whatever you love. Please just leave a comment, and then I will I'll look them over, and I will use the little generator deal and announce it next week. So if you would like to have this bag, please leave a comment, and someone will win this bag. And I'll probably throw in some other little goodies. We'll see. So I'll remind you of that at the end again too. So, okay. Now I have some really cute crochet things to show you. I did not make these. My dear friend Melissa, look at, isn't he cute? I'm calling him Freddie, and he's living in my base, my new base ukulele case. He's my little bass frog. Freddie, you know, he's a bullfrog, so Freddie has a big bass. Okay, I'm making things up. Anyway, I think he's adorable. Adorable. And he's soft, plushy. I don't even know what the yarn is. It's one of those chenille yarns. I think he's so cute. So Freddie is my bass frog, and he is going to live in my bass case and join me when I play bass. Then she also made these guys. Oh my gosh. Can you see? They're whales. They're so cute. A little blue one and a gray one. And this is my granddaughter, Ori, always has to have blue, or as she calls, she's 2, and she says boo. I need a blue one. So Ori will get this one, and Rafi will get this one. They're going to be coming to visit us soon. We go to them mostly, but they'll be coming for a summer vacation here. And then I'm thinking these little guys will be on their beds when they come, little plushies for them. Again, made by my friend Melissa, and she did give me the name. She found the tutorials on YouTube, and so I'm going to put the name in the notes of the tutorials so you could look them up. Can I put Freddie up here? Oh, he won't sit. Sorry. It's okay. It's okay, Freddie. Don't feel bad. It's okay. Anyway, Freddie and the whales. That had to have been a 1960s music group, don't you think? Freddie and the Whales. It had to have been. It just had to. I diverge. Anyway, so let's see. What else do we need to talk about? Oh gosh, we have what's on the needles that Darcy needs to finish. Let me show you. You've seen this before, but we're getting close. This is the little cardigan for Ori, my granddaughter. And it looks really small because it needs to be blocked, and you know, it's kind of scrunched up on the needles. But I was getting bored. This is the wildflower tea pattern, but if you remember, I'm making it into a cardigan, and I just need to get it done now. I'm just gonna add sleeves, and I don't think I'm gonna make full long sleeves because, you know, toddlers, long sleeves, messy, no. So I think we're gonna just not make a short cap sleeve, but maybe a little bit, maybe kind of go down to the elbow length, something like that. But I was knitting along the other day. I guess I was knitting in the car when we were going to Beautiful in the Twin Cities, and I was bored. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna start doing some checkerboard with each of the colors. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm down to that. So I just took the colors that were here. I'm working backwards. So I started with the light green, the purple, the dark green, yellow, pink. So now I have this turquoise blue, this, it's kind of a coral, and then the lighter blue. And then I'll just do a little ribbing and the body will be done. That won't take long. And then I'll just pop on some sleeves. Then I'll need to add then I'll have to add the front bands. Figure out where to put buttons. I may only put buttons, just do bands and put like 3-4 buttons up at the top, because do you think a toddler is ever gonna button that all the way down? Well, maybe some toddlers, but not this little girl, because she is action-packed. So maybe just a few buttons at the top, let it hang open. Maybe I'll put the buttonholes in and just, I don't know. Anyway, it would sure be nice if I finished this by the time I talk to you again next week. Wouldn't that be nice? We'll see. So that is to be finished. This is to be finished today. And then I showed you this I want to cast on in the worst way possible. But I have to show you these two because Melissa, I ordered this one from Melissa because look at that. Okay, you know I love this turquoise blue, right? How could I resist this? This is called Rainbow. Rainbow. And it is 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon, 437 yards and 100 grams. And look at this. Do you love this as much as I do? This might have to be something too. Might have to get another one of these because I really need to use this too. Twice. But then she sent a new one along. I think this is the new one. I hope I have this right. Sorry, Melissa, if I don't have this right. But anyway, you'll find them on her website. Look at this. Periwinkle. Periwinkle is one of my favorites too. Look at that. This is going to be the lacy sock that I made with the flamingo yarn. So this is an upcoming sock too. So see, I have several sock projects ready, ideas to go for summer sock camp. I hope you do too. Okay, that's all the projects. I just want to remind you of a few things before I go. Okay, one is make sure you check out the Hazy Days cabin on my Ravelry group. I'll put the link down below. Put your summer sock knitting finishes in there. If you're looking for a pattern and you'd like to try out a Chit Chat Knits sock pattern, SSC24 for 50% discount. That's going to go all the way till August 31st. And then don't forget about this. Leave me a little comment about what you're enjoying this summer, what making you're doing this summer. Okay, I think I got it all. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always great to sit down and visit with you. I just have to say that I thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. We've had quite a few new subscribers lately, and I'm so grateful. So thank you so much for that. If there's anyone you think would enjoy this little chat, please tell them. And I just hope you have the most beautiful day today. Until next time, bye.